People who get a subsidy in the exchange, they can afford it. And I would argue it works really well for them. But a vast number of people don't actually get a subsidy. And so if they're paying full price, the premiums have skyrocketed to the point where a lot of families can barely afford insurance under Obamacare. And if they can, the deductibles are so high, it renders the policy virtually worthless with the increasing cost of health care. Your employer, instead of having money to give you in a raise, he's taking your raise and putting it into your increased cost of your premiums. And so people aren't getting raises.
President Trump has been a president unlike any other in the first 125 days.
I think that we have become a nation of those who are politically correct. And President Trump is not politically correct. And I think everyone would agree on that. He's doing it because he thinks in the end it's going to help people and he will be rewarded for that. And so he's unashamed in his advocacy for Americans. And I love that about him. I think the press has not been fair with him. Usually the press will give a governor or a congressman or a president especially some room to breathe, some room to get some things done before they start to attack him. What a powerful way to communicate with the American people through Twitter. And I think President Obama did a great job using technology. I think Donald Trump has taken it to a whole other level. And it's a way, if you feel like people aren't being fair with your message, it's a way for you to communicate directly with people around the buffers of the media, and he's done it well.
Some of the pundits in Washington were using the term constitutional crisis in the wake of the dismissal of Mr. Comey.
What baffles me in that regard is you've had liberals that have come out and said, fire Comey, he's a disaster, get rid of him. And the media has been, Comey's a disaster, he had an impact on the election, we should get rid of him. And now, because Trump has gotten rid of him, now they're like, oh my God, a constitutional crisis. Well, what's changed? The only thing that's changed in the last several months since they were advocating his dismissal was that now President Trump has done it. You can't have it both ways. And there has to be some intellectual honesty in the media and with members of Congress